If you're anxiously waiting for your ex to come back, take a walk with me. And I know what you're going to say, but they always come back. I need you to think about this for a second. Is breaking up and coming back together a pattern for you? If you say they always come back, then it probably is. No, this isn't blaming you. It's just an awareness of you. It's an awareness of how you relate to others. And it unfolds in ways that you create a push-pull dynamic in your relationships. It's a familiar chaos that feels like home. You may find yourself looking at your partner and going, God, you're so much like my father. You're so much like my mother. Then stomping away, hoping that they come after you to provide the safety, security, and connection that you're actually looking for. And in this moment, you feel tapped into a much younger version of yourself, a heightened state of arousal that makes you feel emotionally dysregulated, fearful, anxious, and uncertain. There are subconscious patterns that reveal themselves as you try to resolve parts of your past, trying to resolve past issues and problems through the other person. You just want them to see you, hear you, love you, acknowledge you, and change for you, because when they change, only then are you worthy of love. The love that you desperately seek from others, but deny giving it to yourself, because you never learned how. And that's partly why it seems so impossible for you to ask for those things from other people, to actually vocalize what you want. Because you've learned that if you voice your opinion, if you ask for what you want, you get rejected or abandoned. And you will do everything in your power to avoid that type of rejection. While you're trying to figure out how to get this other person to do what you want them to do, they'll tell you things like, I can't be who you need me to be. You deserve better and more than what I can give you. This is just too much for me. You're never satisfied. I just can't seem to do anything right in your eyes. And it's at this point that you part ways, and you may have days and weeks of messaging one another, but ultimately you find my videos, go no contact, and block them. And it's not to be mean or cruel to the other person, it's simply protecting your peace. This starts the phase of your life where you start building a more secure attachment with yourself. Instead of searching for yourself inside of other people, you look at where it's always been. You recognize that all the things you've been asking your partner to do and why you're so frustrated with them are actually things that you're not doing. There's something you want to be doing for yourself, but you want them to do it first. You've been wanting to make changes in your own life, so you try desperately to change them. This is where you feel the resentment building for the other person, and it touches on your shame for not doing the things that you want to be doing. And at some point, you'll get really tired of playing the block-unblock game. It's unhealthy, and it only gives you more of the things that you don't want. You realize that you've been unhinged by this push-pull dynamic, and you don't like that version of you. You realize that you've been giving your power away to others that don't seem to reciprocate anything back to you. And then it hits you. You start to think, what if this is the best that I can do? You've been hanging on so tightly because you don't want to start over with someone new. You're tired of starting and stopping and asking someone, what's your favorite color? One of the best things that you can do is to take a break. Go live your life. Work on yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Get outside. Touch grass. Grow, evolve, change, and recognize that these heightened states of emotions are seasonal. It's simply a season of your life. And it doesn't have to be a long winter if you're willing to take responsibility and ownership for your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. To recognize that if you truly want change, that it starts with you. Remember, it's not your job to fix or change other people just so you can like them. Your job is to recognize when something is and is not for you. And then follow up on that by saying, peace out. And if all of that seems really far away from you, it's not. And eventually you'll get sick of your own shiznit. People can and do change, but they will never do it for you. They will only ever do it for themselves. So if you're waiting for your ex to come back, don't. There's too many wonderful and amazing things waiting for you right now.